Om
Vakratunda
Vakratunda
Mahakaya
Mahakaya
Suryakoti
Suryakoti
Samaprabha
Samaprabha
Nirvignam
Nirvignam
Kurume
Kurume
Deva
Deva Sarvakaryeshu
Sarvakaryeshu
Sarvada
Sarvada Saraswati
Saraswati
Namastubhyam
Namastubhyam
Varade
Varade Kamarupini
Kamarupini Vidyarambam
Vidyarambam Karishyami
Karishyami
Siddhir
Siddhir
Bhavatu
Bhavatu
Me
Me
Sada
Sada Gurur
Guru
Brahma
Brahma
Gurur
Guru
Vishnu
Vishnu Guru
Gurur
Devo
Deva
Maheshwaraha
Maheshwaraha
Guru
Guru
Sakshat
Sakshat
Param
Param
Brahma
Brahma
Tasmai
Tasmai
Shri
Shri
Gurave
Gurave
Namaha
Namaha
Om
Om Sahana
Sahana
Bhavatu
Vavatu Sahano
Sahano
Bhunaktu
Bhunaktu
Saha Viryam
Sahaviryam
Karavavahe
Karavavahe
Tejasvi Navadhi Tamastu
Tejasvinavadhitamastu
Ma
ma
Vidvishavahe
vidvishavahe.
Om
Om
Shanti
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 Shanti.
Shanti. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Atha Chaturthodhyayaha.
Atha Chaturtho Dhyayaha.
We have done up to 29th shloka. From 25 to 29, we have seen different yajnas, disciplines. Deva yajna, jnana yajna, shama dama as a yajna, then atma sanyama yoga agni, atma sanyama yajna, dravya yajna, tapo yajna, yoga yajna, swadhyaya jnana yajna. Then there's pranayama also, that is as a discipline. That is pranayama, that is yajna. So now the next one is the yajna of the discipline of eating, regulation in consumption. So let us read Ishtoka. Apare niyataharaha
Abhare Niyatahara.
pranan praneshu jukhvati
Pranan Praneshu Jukwati.
sarve pyete yajna vidaha
Sarve Phete Yaknya Vidaha.
yajna kshapita kalmashaha.
Yaknyakshapitha Kalmashaha.
Apare, some people follow the discipline of regulation in intake. Niyata aharaha, referring to the people. They are niyata aharaha. Then ahara is, the ahara is intake. The intake is regulated. Niyataha aharaha yasya aryashamte. Niyataharaha. Those who exercise control over the intake, food intake. They pranan praneshu jughvati. Here pranan is not the prana, pancha prana, or the pranapana. The prana is the desire for eating. Into praneshu, it offered into the Vaishvanaragni, the digestive fire in the stomach. The meaning we know only from the Bhashya. So pranan is kaman, praneshu, agnishu, that Vaishvanaragni, digestive fire, they offer jughvati, means they don't feed the stomach as they wish. So desires are regulated. So the desire to eat, more, the desire to eat is offered into the digestive fire. It means they offer food to their body only that much it deserves. Because they are niyatahara. Even if the desire to eat more is there, that also is offered as an aguti. The desire is offered. Means the desire is not exercised. They don't eat because the desire is there. They will not follow the desires, follow the dictates of the desire. They are they're restrained. They're restrained from eating more. So that is a yajna, discipline. That's why it's a niyata ahara yajna. Sarve api ete yajna vidaha. Yajna vidaha yajnam janati. Yajna vidaha yajna kshapita kalmashaha. So all the people yajna vite, this yajna vidaha yajnam janati, and they follow the yajna vidaha, the followers. They become free from the impurities. They become free from the impurities because of this yajna. Yajnana kshapitaha. Kshapitaha kalmashaha. The kalmashas are kshapita, destroyed by the disciplines, the irregularities, the looseness with regard to the operation of sense organs, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, etc. They are all disciplined. Therefore, by that, the discipline, therefore, the impurities of the mind, impurities of the impurity of the mind, impurities of the mind are destroyed, and over the mind, now they have power, they exercise control. That is why all these are disciplines, yajnaha iti. Others who regulate their food intake, niyata aharaha, offer the desire to eat, pranan, unto the digestifiers, praneshu jugvati. All these people who observe religious disciplines, yajna vidaha, they know, yajnam janati, they know the disciplines. Knowing the discipline Allah will not make them free from impurities. Knowing the discipline and following it. You know yogasanas will help you, and you know all the yogasanas. If you don't do, you will not get the benefit of yogasana. Knowledge of yogasana will not be helpful in reaping the benefits of yogasana. It has to be put into practice. Similarly, here also, yajna vidaha, those who know and therefore they perform, they follow certain disciplines. By that, they become pure. The mind is pure. Mind is cleansed of the impurities. Those who regulate or measure their food, niyata aharaha, referring to the people. Niyata aharaha, the word is a compound. Only this much I will eat and no more, they say. While ahara refers to anything that goes inside of oneself. Yes, ahriyate iti aharaha. Not only the food is that is consumed through the eyes, which is consumed through the ears, nose, etc. The sense objects are the food for the sense organs. That is ahara. So, for the eyes, the vision are the ahara. For the ears, words are the ahara. And similarly for the nose, smell is the ahara. Similarly with regard to touch, and therefore the taste also. Taste is real ahara, it is eating. So therefore refer to all the sense objects. Sense objects offered into the sense organs. All are ahara only. Even though it is here, it generally it means food, drink, and whatever else that goes into one's stomach. There is a rule governing the quantities to be taken in, which says half of the stomachs to be filled with the solids, 1/4 with the liquids, and 1/4 to be left. 1/4 is to be left empty for the movement of air. In other words, the fourth quarter is to be left alone. Nothing is to be put into it. Then this is how the quality of food is measured by those who practice this form of discipline. With the full stomach is packed with the food. One can't even walk. So with the packed stomach, if you listen to the class, you will have nice sleep. And one cannot be comfortable with the packed food. Stomach packed with the food. 1/4 should be left free for circulation of air. That's a shloka. Footnote is given. Ardham purayet ashanenardham tritiyam udakenatu vayoho sancharanaartham tu chaturtham avasheshayet. Purayet, may you fill up. Ashanena ardam, by food of. Ashana is that which is eaten, by eaten food, by eaten that is food. Ardam, half of the stomach. Purayet ashanena ardam, half of the stomach should be filled with the food. Then Tritiyam, third quarter. Tritiyam is third quarter. Udakentu, fill it with Udaka water. What about the fourth quarter? Vayoga Sancharanaartham to Chaturtham Avasheshit. May you leave the fourth quarter for Vayoga Sancharanaartham, for the movement of air. Iti. So therefore discipline in eating. That is a yajna as an offering. In this particular discipline, there is a yajna because there is always a desire to eat more or not to eat at all. If the food that is available is not very tasty. Therefore, not responding to the desire to eat or not to eat becomes a yajna by observing measured eating. Which is why such people are called niyata aharaha, niyata aharaha. They offer the desires with reference to eating and to the digestive system, with reference to eating more into the digestive system. Vaishvanara, which creates hunger and thirst. Pranan praneshu jukvati. Vaishvanaragni. Vaishvanaragni. Vaishvanara plus Agni. Vaishvanaragni it is. Even though the person may still feel hungry, he or she stops after the appropriate quantities have been consumed. And if eating between meals is what is to be avoided, the person doesn't take even the smallest snack, regardless of his or her hunger. Such desires for eating are offered unto the prana of digestion, unto the fires of digestion, into the fire of hunger that causes digestion. Those who follow this as discipline as a yajna also live a life of prayer, in common with other types of seekers mentioned in these shlokas. A life of prayer enables the seekers to gain certain control over themselves, a certain self-mastery. Here, those who offer the desires for food into the fires of digestion also offer the prayers, thereby making this particular discipline another kind of yajna. The yajna is performed with chanting of mantras, with prayers. So it is not just a physical discipline, there's an attitude involved in which prayer is involved. Therefore, this yajna with prayer, this action with prayer, that becomes a discipline yajna here. There are various yajnas practiced in terms of food, none being superior or inferior to another. Everyone practices his or her own discipline, and all such people are called yajnavits. Yajnavit. With is to know, but how yajnavit is to perform, because the knowers only will perform. Therefore, yajnavit. They observe the disciplines. Meaning those who follow yajna are disciplines in terms of eating, what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, and so on. Such practices may be based on religious or cultural traditions or may be purely individual. Any type of discipline is considered a yajna, if it is a religious discipline. If a discipline is practiced for the sake of health alone, for example, it is not considered a yajna. A diet also is a discipline with reference to eating, but it is not a yajna. Because why? Because there is no prayer involved in it. That's why prayer is important. Yajna is that in which prayer is there. Diet doesn't involve any prayer. Eating itself is an yajna because we chant and then eat. We don't just consume the food. We offer the food to the devata. We offer the food to the beings, both a yajna, and then we chant mantra, ashtoka, and then consume food. Then only it is eating. Otherwise, it is not even. Then only it is reality. Otherwise, just like a pig, just governmentizing the food. So therefore, a disciplined practice for the sake of health cannot become an yajna. A diet is also a discipline with reference to eating, but it is not a yajna because there is no prayer. Only when there is prayer involved is a discipline considered to be religious, and therefore a yajna. the results of performing yajna. What is the benefit of performing this yajna? The kalmashas, impurities. Kalmashaha, meaning impurities, can refer to any defect, including any impurity in the mind. Antakarana shuddhi. So antakarana shuddhi artham. So kshapita kalmashaha means antakarana shuddhi artham. These disciplines, ahara niyama also antakarana shuddhi artham eva. Once ragas and dveshas, raga dveshas, likes and dislikes, and any unsteadiness that may be in the mind, because of the pressures of raga dveshas, are all kalmashas. They are all impurities. And therefore, these kalmashas are to be destroyed. Kshapita it is for those who practice yajna. From the standpoint of the result gained and the means employed, a name is given to these people, yajna kshapita kalmashaha, those whose impurities have been removed by following the yajna. So they are the people who has purified themselves by yajnena shamita kalmashaha. Then all religious disciplines are efficacious for achieving this purpose. There is certain integration. Antakarna shuddhi is gained whatever with the discipline followed. No one discipline is superior to another. Which one to practice depends on what one wants, what one needs. This almost must be kept in view when practicing any religious discipline. The difference between a religious discipline and any other discipline has to be understood. Religious disciplines are not mere disciplines, which is why we do not call aerobics or following a special diet a yajna. For any discipline to be considered a yajna, it must be religious. Means it must involve prayers. Further, the next shloka, Krishna says, Yajna shishtamrita bhujo.
Yajna shishita murtha
Ya
bhujaha.
bhujo. Yante brahma sanhatanam.
Yanti brahma sanatanam.
Nayam lokostya yajnasya.
Nayam lokostya yajnasya.
Kutonya kuru sattama.
Kutonya kuru sattama.
Yajna shishta amrita bhujaha. What is shishta left out is, as part of the yajna, what is left out is, that is considered to be amrita, because that purifies. Yajna shishta, and therefore bhujaha, the one who takes the leftover, which is the nectar, that person who takes yanti brahma sanataram. He reaches yanti, he gains brahma sanatanam, the brahma which is sanatanam. Sanatanam meaning it is ever existent. There is no time when it is not there. So it is there, eternal. Na ayam lokaha asti. Yajna shishta amrita bhujaha. That is sandhi. If you split the sandhi, yajna shishta amrita bhujaha it will be. The chant together, it will be yajna shishta amrita bhujo. Both are okay. It's not a problem. Okay. Ayajnasya. Ana ayam lokaha asti ayajnasya. For the one. Ayajnaha referring to the people. Na yajnaha na vidyate yasya saha ayajnaha. The one who doesn't perform yajna. For that person, ayam lokaha. This loka is not there. Then kutonya kurusattama. Ye kurusattama. Kuruna. Kurusattama. The best of one among the Kurus. Anyaha kutaha, where is the other loka for this person? When this loka itself is not there for the person who doesn't perform yajna, where is the question of gaining other loka? So therefore, the one who doesn't partake the leftover of this yajna, and the one who those partake, they reach Brahma. One who doesn't perform yajna, he will not gain this loka. Then where is the question of gaining other loka? There is no possibility. So, oh, best among the Kurus, Kuru Sattama, Kurunam Sattama, or Kurushu Sattama, who partake of the nectar, the result. Nectar is Amrita, Amrita is the result that is left over after the yajna, reach the eternal Brahma. For the one who doesn't perform yajna, ayajnasya, nothing is gained in this world. Ayajnasya, ayam lokaha nasti. How then can be anything be gained in any other world? Kutaha anya, kutaha anya, kutonyaha, anyaha. So kutaha anya lokaha iti. So when he cannot gain anything in this world, then what to talk of gaining in the other world? There's no question. Any yajna that is performed as a result, Amrita. Amrita nectar here means the prasada, the result. Whatever is shishta, the leftover, after the offering is made in the yajna. And those who enjoy or partake of the results of these various yajnas are called yajna shishta, amrita bujaha. Yajna shishta, amrita bujaha. Yajna shishta, amrita bujaha. Not the Mrita Bujaha, it is Amrita Bujaha because of Sandhi, it looks like that. Yajna Shishta, Mrita Bujaha. So the leftover of the yajna consumed by whom? They are called Yajna Shishta Mrita Bujaha. Shishta is leftover. Amrita is the nectar, Amrita Bujaha. The result of the yajna, the result of the yajna Shishta, which is consumed, result of the various yajnas. Result of the various yajnas, which is yajna shishta, because we perform yajna and water comes as prasada, that is yajna shishta. Those who consume, they are yajna shishta amrita bujaha. And what do they gain by performing these religious disciplines? They gain knowledge and study of mind. They gain knowledge and study of mind, which enables them to enjoy a certain composure and tranquility. By following the discipline, religious discipline, yajna, they enjoy shanti, manashanti, and they enjoy the firmness, a certain composure of the mind. And if they are seekers, mumukshus requires such kind of mind. Therefore, all these disciplines are intended for the mumukshus to follow. Whichever discipline mumukshu wants to take up and do, this is choice. Therefore, for the mumukshus, this kind of mind will help them atmajnanam, they are pursuing. So whether or not the person is a mumukshu, there is always a result in the form of punyam and papa. Sorry, there's always a result in the form of punya, that is papa here, the papa. So whether you are a mumukshu or not, but following the disciplines, result in the form of punya. So therefore, when a yajna is performed, you get punyam. Punyam is there, and therefore, whatever this punya can give them, either in this life or future ones, it will give them. So punya will help them to gain. Punya will help them to gain what they want. But moksha can be gained only if the person is a mumukshu. So one has to be a mumukshu to gain moksha. So mumukshu to jignasu, and this punya will help them, and this antakarna shuddhi will help them, and punya also will favor them. Since we are talking about karma yogis here, karma yogis are mumukshus. Therefore, here the word yogina have been used previously. The people referred to in this verse will naturally be mumukshus. Therefore, mumukshavaha. Being desirous of mumuksha, such people will gain the kind of mind that can inquire productively. In other words, their inquiry will bear fruit, their vichara. So their vichara will definitely bring results. They will gain Sanatanam Brahma. They will gain Brahma, which is Brahma Sanatanam iti. Then this inquiry implies time. The word yanti means gachanti, means they go. they reach Brahma. Both going and reaching indicate time, kala. So Brahma is something to be reached. Even though Brahma is the very nature of oneself, to say Brahma will be reached implies that an inquiry must be conducted, for which some time is required. So enjoying the result of the yajna, a steady or pure mind, they inquire, they enjoying the result of the yajna, a purified mind, a purified or steady mind, they inquire and gain the knowledge of Brahma. This is the only people can go or reach Brahma. The knower of Brahma being non-separate from Brahma, Atma already being Brahma, the knowledge of this fact alone makes the seekers gain Brahma. The seekers gain Brahma. So there is no real gaining, it is knowing. There is only knowing. Knowing Brahma is gaining Brahma. And the Brahma is not separate from the seeker. So Atma already being Brahma. Therefore, Yanti Brahma Sanatanam. Yanti, where they go, means they discover the fact that Aham Brahma iti. The knower of a thing doesn't usually become that thing. For example, the knower of microbiology doesn't become the microbes that he knows. The knower doesn't become what he knows. But here, the one who knows Brahma becomes Brahma. Means all the limitations fall off. So the Swarupa is Brahma, therefore he discovers. By discovering that, he becomes means not he becomes something new. He's already Brahma. He recognizes himself to be Brahma. Brahma with Brahmaiva Bhavati. Aham Brahma iti Pashyati. So therefore, unlike here, the knower of microbiology doesn't become the microbes, nor does the knower of history become the history. In such instances, the knower is always different from what he knows. Whereas in the famous history of the 10th man, Dashamaha, the knower of the 10th man is the 10th man. The one who counted every time and failed. And now, when somebody told him to count from 1 to 10, and when he counted 10, he discovered that he is the 10th man. So he becomes the 10th man now, unlike the other example. Knower of microbiology doesn't become microbes, but the knower of 10th man becomes a knower. So therefore, if I am the 10th man, and I am also taking the 10th man, then as a knower of the 10th man, I become the 10th man. That is Brahma with Brahma Bhavati. He becomes Brahma is already Brahma. I am the 10th man, and because I left myself out of the counting, I found the 10th man missing. When someone tells me, hey, you are the 10th man, then I gain the knowledge of the 10th man as myself alone. Thus, the knower of the 10th man is included the 10th man. Stop here. We'll continue next class. Tomorrow. The knower of Brahma becomes Brahma. Brahma with Brahmaiva Bhavati. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Shanti.
Hari Om Shri
Shri
Guru
Guru
Namaha.
Namaha.
Hari
Hari Om.
Om. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.